Here to talk to you about today is changing your view of self-care. There's a lot that goes into self-care, and when I speak of self-care, it's more than just what you do. It's kind of like something you have to become, because it is such a part of you that you don't know how to do anything else, and it is for your benefit. It's like calling your own power back that you have given away to everybody else and everything that they desire to do or want you to do. Sharing with you, I have been practicing and doing these things for almost 30 years. I started when I was 12. But so what I found though was there was nothing out there for caregivers. No books at all specifically dedicated in its totality to caregivers. It was always maybe a chapter or a couple paragraphs or something like that pertained to caregivers. Everything else was directed to how you as a caregiver can help the person who is in need. That 50% of caregivers die before the person that they are giving care to. What kind of sense does that make? We're the ones who that other person is depending upon, but our health is faltering because 70% of us get sick during the course of caregiving. So how can we continue to take care of these people that we love, whether they're our patients or not? We wouldn't be in, if you're a professional, you wouldn't be in the field that you are if you did not love what you were doing, because it's hard. These statistics are something that we really need to pay attention to as caregivers and share with other people so that they get some type of assistance in what it is they're doing. There are increasing numbers among caregivers that are depressed, that are having mental instabilities, and they also are experiencing in some form or another the attitude, the energy, I'm not sure what to call it, but abuse, falls in there as well. Because when you are at your wit's end and you're the only one that's doing everything, the pressure begins to just mount upon you, and it just wears you down. And if you're not filling yourself back up on a regular basis, what else is your body to do? It's going to trigger you to do something, one way or another. Why am I telling you all of this? Why? What am I up here for? That is because we're going to learn how and why it is important for you to take care of yourself, to be actively engaged in self-care, as well as developing habits for self-care that you can use on a daily basis. And by the time we're through, there's going to be a couple of things that you can do immediately to help you reduce stress. So one of the things you can do, because we are all perfect. This body, remember, is just our suit for this earthly life. So look beyond and into that person, the inner person of the shell of the person that's there. And remember who that person is at their core, at their essence. And see the blessing that they are being to you, even though you are giving them care. They may be at a point where they can't share with you how much they are appreciating what it is you're doing for them. But if no one else did it, they understand that they would be at a loss. They haven't given themselves permission to do that. And that's all it is, giving yourself permission to do what is best for you. So the idea of self-care is allowing you to have an aha moment, this is what I need, making that paradigm shift, seeing things differently, doing things differently than what they were before. It's never too late to start something different. I don't care how old you are. Start where you are and move forward. You are worth the investment that you give yourself as a caregiver. And it doesn't have to be that you spend a whole lot of money. I have a handout on the table for you to take, 30 simple ways to practice self-care for the caregiver. In that, you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to self-care. It's thinking about it differently. It is taking aside an hour to just go read a book. Whoever thought of reading a book is self-care? But it's time that you're dedicating for just you and what you want. Go for a walk around the block. Go for a bike ride. Go for a spa date. Go have lunch with a girlfriend or some friends or your sister or somebody. Go to the movies. Take a bubble bath with your candlelight and music playing. We've never even thought about a bubble bath being self-care. But that's time when you can just be by yourself and no one is bothering you. Your circle of friends, this is your first response list, and I think I have that kind of in the program as well. But make a list of people who you can call on to do certain things. Whether it's to help you with grocery shopping, whether it's to help you drive your loved one, the person to church, or to their daily activity, something. But make a list of people who you can call that can give you some help. You don't have to do this alone. You're not by yourself. To recap what our points were, is to consciously use your thoughts and words to keep you healthy. Set your boundaries to allow you to maintain control of your wants and needs. Make sure you get away, retreating to a rejuvenating place for self-care. Fourth, most of all, don't forget the affirmation to bring the intellect and the heart together in harmony, or the power of the breath for stress relief. All of these, they only take a few minutes. Both of these things on the website, they're less than 10 minutes. So that's how quick you can put something into practice on a daily basis for stress relief. The fact is that caregiving duties leave you exhausted, stressed, and depleted of energy. The myth that we tell ourselves is that I can push through. I can push through this stress and I'll just be fine and dandy. The reality, however, is that if you don't take care of yourself, you will end up needing someone to take care of you. Thank you so much for your attention. I appreciate